What is hatching, Tug Peeps? OldManTup coming at you today, and we're going to get a few things off right off the bat. This was a very busy week for me, so you're not going to get to see a pre-game speech, unfortunately. This was a week of my surgery, as well as Memorial Day, which we celebrate at the OldManTup household quite heavily, because we support our troops. So not a lot got done this week. As you could see, was a very minimal upload week. Had the surgery Wednesday and we battled on Thursday, so it was a very busy week. So yeah, let's take a look at this, our Season 4 Week 5 match against the division rival, Dan, aka aDrive, the undefeated aDrive. So we're going to look at this team, and we're looking and we're thinking to ourselves, wow, Salamence does a lot of work here. Nothing resists an outrage. Nothing. And we brought Dragon Dance Moxie Salamence, so if we can get a Dragon Dance up, we could wreck shop on this team. Brought some of the threats I thought he would. The threat he didn't bring that I thought he would was Volcarona. So yeah, let's get a look at this match and see how we did. Alright guys, here we go. Let's go Bucktooth Bucko Nation. We're going to start out with Beauty here, because generally he leads with Sableye, and that's what I predicted him to lead, and that's what he leads with. Not to mention, everything on his team has the potential to be a physical variant, except for, namely, his Rotom. So I'm going to go with the Moonblast right off the bat. I don't want to over-predict. And I'm not sure what he's going to go to here, so I'm going to go out into my Salamence. I didn't want him to go for an Earthquake, predicting my Heatran right away. And I'm going to try and set up a Dragon Dance here. I didn't think he'd want to stay in and take an Earthquake, because of course I'm carrying it. But he stays in and he goes for the Ice Punch. So I am down 5-6 right off the bat. And I'm feeling pretty silly, because that could have potentially just swept through his team. But I'm going to take this chance to bring in your Wizard Harry, my Mega Alakazam, and I'm going to Mega up here. And I don't want to go for the Psyshock right away. I am going to go for the Substitute to see what he's going to do. Now, I know I can take him out with 2 Dazzling Gleams, but I'm not carrying Dazzling Gleam this week because I have 2 other Pokemon with Psychic-type moves that I think will handle this thing relatively well. I'm going to trace his Prankster, I'm going to go for the Substitute, so I can set up substitutes at my heart's desire. And I'm trying to figure out what combination of attacks this thing is going to have. I'm sure it's going to have Recover and Will-O-Wisp, because it really needs Will-O-Wisp. And trying to figure out what I want to do here. So I just go for the Shadow Ball, because my set is Shadow Ball, Psyshock, Substitute, and a trick move you're going to see a little bit later is going to go for the knockoff here. Now I'm trying to figure out, is this thing going to try and trap me in here, or is he just going to go straight off for the Shadow Sneak? And I'm thinking, in the long run, if he has to 1v1 me, he's going to want to have the Shadow Sneak, and that's what I predict him to have. And I go out into Beauty, because she's going to take that like a champ. And right here, we are going to see whether or not he decided to bring the Poison Jab for me, or a Poison-type move. Everything we've seen from him so far has been physical, so I'm thinking this is probably a physical set. And he's going to switch right out and go into his Chesticles again. So I'm just going to go for the Moonblast. I don't want to get greedy early. I don't want to over-predict. And after all, we're getting damage on this thing anyways. So, yeah, we're going to get a little bit of leftovers recovery there, and Beauty's going to come back out, and we are going to switch here, and we're going to go into Bane. And Bane is our Heatran, and I predict this time he will just go for the Poison Jab if he has it, or the Sludge Bomb, because we haven't seen what he has yet. And we see he's rocking a physical set with Earthquake, possibly mixed at this point. Oh, we did see Ice Punch earlier, my mistake. So I'm just going to go for the Lava Plume here, because he is a physical variant, and Burn would be really nice. But that isn't going to happen. We're going to Toxic. after he brings in Chansey, and he's just going to seismic toss here. That is going to pop our balloon, which is unfortunate, but the fact that we brought it, he isn't going to be earthquaking his heart's desire away anytime soon because he knew we were on the balloon. So at this point, I didn't think it was really worth taking that. I did want to get the poison off on this. I'm going to bring out Mac. And Mac is actually going to get to see some work. Come in, get the Thunder Wave off. I wish I could say that I was predicting that Thunder Wave, but I honestly don't remember. I thought maybe if he was just going to go for Seismic Toss again or set up a soft fold, I could bring this thing in safely. So I'm going to go for the Superpower. And this thing is going to hit like a truck because I am adamant and I am life orb. Now my attack is going to fall, and I know if I can outspeed, I will take it out with another one. I do outspeed, going to hit him with the Superpower, and that is going to be a dead Rotom wash. That was such a relief to me on this team, because I figured he would, he pretty much just dismantles my team. So that was a big sigh of relief for me. Now he's going to bring out Mew here, and I don't know what he's going to try and do, and I'm going to have to switch out because I'm at -2 attack and defense. So we're gonna switch out. We're gonna go right back out into the beauty, my Aromatisse, just to see what he's gonna do, and he's gonna U-turn out here. So I'm thinking, could he be running a mix set? Is he gonna be doing whatever? And that doesn't do enough damage to tell me anything at this point. So he's gonna go back out into Chesticles, and I'm trying to think here. Do I want to stay in? Do I want to switch out? What do I want to do? Can I risk him going for Earthquake? Because I think I don't have anything left at this point that can come in on an Earthquake. So I just stay in, and Beauty goes down, unfortunately. I was trying to set up a Wish there, and he makes the solid play. But at that point, I really couldn't give up anything. So we stay in. So I'm going to go back out into my Alakazam, and he's going to switch out here, and I try not to get too greedy. So I'm going to see what he's going to do. I'm going to set up the substitute because I know I'm going to be faster, and if he's running the Sucker Punch, it's going to fail at that point. So he brings out Chansey, and I bring out the knockoff. I reveal it. I'm going to knock off that Eviolite. That's going to make this thing so much easier to handle. So much easier to handle. So we're whittling down his Pokemon. We've gotten rid of the Eviolite. Things are going fairly well for us at this point. So we're looking good. I'm going to bring Mac back out here. I highly doubt he's running dual status, so I'm not worried about getting burned. He's going to go for the... going to withdraw. Hard switch out here. Going to go into Mirror. And I'm just thinking, at this range, I think I can take it out with an Earthquake. And I don't think there's anything left at his team that's going to want to come in and take one. I hit him with an Earthquake, and he just barely survives. He's going to knock off here. That's going to take me almost all the way out, and I lose my Life Orb, which is fine. I still have Stab, Adamant, Ice Shard. So he's going to go out here, and I was trying to figure out whether or not he's going to switch out and Preserve or go for Shadow Sneak and kill me, because I can always come right back in and revenge it with something. I get the crit on the Earthquake here, which in the long run didn't really matter in the overall scheme of this battle. It might have given the differential a little bit, but I doubt it. So I'm going to go into Bugs here because I highly doubt he has anything for me, and I have the Aqua Jet. I'm going to Aqua Jet here. He isn't going to over-predict. He's going to stay in. Mew's going to go down, which may have been a slight bit of difference there. Is going to bring Chesticles out. And I'm just thinking to myself, what can I do at this point? I know his entire moveset. What's he going to predict to go for? So I come out here. He has to go for the Poison Jab. He has to. Because he can't risk me beating him with this. So I get the Poison Jab prediction in. I bring in Heatran. He goes for it. It's good. He's going to bring Chansey. I almost double switched here, but I didn't want to get too greedy and get knocked out. And I'm going to go for Stone Edge and just hope I can take this thing out. So I don't even think at that point a crit would have probably been 50-50 to take it out. And that's neither here nor there. Now at this point in the match, I'm trying to think, what do I need? He has the Special Bulk. and there really isn't much left for me to do. I noticed he wasn't poisoned when he came back in. He didn't use aromatherapy or heal bow, so that tells me that he is a natural cure. He isn't the Haxie variant, Serene Grace. So, okay. I just go for the poison because I want the residual damage at this point, so I know I can switch in something else and take him out, and I don't want to switch out Heatran. I know he doesn't have a safe switch to go into, and I just want to leave this thing with as much damage as possible. Heatran is my most, for the lack of a better term, sackable mon at this point. So we're slowly going to go down, and unfortunately, this is going to take us out. We could have probably gotten a little bit more damage in on him, but this is going to leave him at a very, very revengeable point, because I think all my Pokemon outspeed him. And I'm going to bring out Bugs, and I am just going to take him out here with the Aqua Jet. That's going to be more than enough to take him down. Now, at this point is where I am really wishing I had switched my items like I wanted to at the very last second, but I didn't. Now, right here, it would be so nice if I had the Choice Band, because if I had the Choice Band, this would have taken him out 100% of the time and not left him with a tiny sliver of health, and that would have been the difference in the game. It would have been, but I didn't. I brought Assault Vest like an idiot, and he brought an almost completely physical team. It's like, effing guy. So I bring Mega Alakazam back out, and I'm going to go for the Psyshock here because I cannot risk not killing. Or him, yeah, I was going to take him out regardless, it didn't matter, but I didn't want to risk it at all. So he's going to bring out Mirror, and that's going to finish the match with a Shadow Sneak. We almost had him. His last Pokemon was Terrakion, and like I said, in the end, the only thing that I think the one crit in the match would have changed was maybe a differential from a 2-0 to a 3-0, but I doubt that in the long run. But good game, aDrive. Always showing that your wall core is the best. And we were just a smidgen of health away from beating it. But unfortunately, that was not in the cards for us this week. Alright guys, I want to apologize to everybody for not getting to the press conference questions last week. I didn't get to it, I didn't have time. Too many things with the family, as well as my surgery. I want to thank everybody for their patience, as well as their well wishes. Everyone who well wished me on Twitter before and after my surgery, namely aDrive and Shady Penguin, who both said something on Twitter, which just in turn flooded my inbox, or whatever the heck the notification thing is on Twitter, with people favoriting and retweeting well wishes to me and my family, and that means the world to me. So thank you, gentlemen, and everyone in the GBA who has both publicly and privately asked me how I was doing and if there was anything they could do for me. So thank you very much. Namely, thank you to Hank for recording this battle to me at a moment's notice and getting it to me when I needed it. Thank you very much, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. So we drop to 1-4, and Dan remains undefeated in the hunt, and next week we're going to be setting our sights on Shady Penguin again. That's right, we're facing him twice in the span of 3 weeks. So we can look forward to that. I have a really interesting team concept that I wanted to bring against him week 1, but I just didn't have time to put it together after it dawned on me that I could run it on him. So we're really looking forward. The Uzi Gunner and I are putting together a unique team set that we have not done yet. So you can look forward to that, guys. I really want to push this concept against Shady next week. We're 1-4. What do we have to lose besides nothing, really? At this point, I'm just looking to have fun. We have a really interesting, fun team concept built, and we just need to plug the right mons into it, and we have most of the guys that we need to do that. So look forward to next week, where you're going to see a fantastic, fun-filled battle against the one and only Shady Penguin. Even if we get 6-0'd, as long as I have fun with this team concept, I don't even care. So, alright guys, it's been OldManTup. Leave your questions for the press conference down below. I will go back and read any relevant questions from last week that I can find. If you want to repost them, that would be great. But anyways, yep, link will be in the description to my Twitter, to aDrive's channel, to any Spreadshirt merchandise that will be available at the Pittsburgh Pirattatas shop. Alright guys, this has been OldManTup, and we just had a blast. Thank you for bearing with me through this narration. I'm sure it wasn't terribly good, considering I'm a little bit still medicated for the pain I am in, but that is neither here nor there. Alright guys, this has been OldManTup. Thank you for surviving the rant, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out.